What's up, guys? We're out here in the Sawtooth National Forest. We're about 3,000 miles in on our road trip. We started in Ohio, went out to Custer State Park, then headed to Yellowstone National Park, down to the Tetons, and now we're out in Idaho in the Sawtooth National Forest. It's pretty similar to the bus trip, actually. Pretty much the same path, but I wanted to get back out here to the Sawtooth National Forest. I feel like we didn't spend enough time here, so we've been here for about 4 days now, and I just wanted to take the opportunity to show you the Teardrop and how it's handled the 3,000 miles. I wanted to show some of the strengths and weaknesses. There's things that we really like about it, and there's also some things that we might change in the future, and I just wanted to take the opportunity to share those with you. So first off, we have the front storage rack and trailer jack. No complaints up here. The storage rack's been great. We could even fit a little bit more on there. Right now we just have the cooler strapped on. The jack's super convenient with the wheel. You can push it around camp. I can push it by myself with the trailer being as small as it is. So the first real weakness of the trailer is probably the doors. I'm not the biggest fan of these doors. They seem to have some issues with latching properly. They have a little slop in the hinge, which causes it to drop a little bit. Like gravity will pull the door down, so you kind of have to pick the door up to get it to latch properly. It's pretty annoying, and in the future we would want to switch these out. So we'll start in the cabin. We have a few things. This isn't really a pro and con, but we had 4 of the hinges go on back order, so we weren't able to install this set of cabinet doors before we headed off on the trip. But it's kind of interesting. You don't really need the doors other than just for privacy. I got some of my clothes in here right now, but it's like all this stuff pretty much stays in here on its own unless you're on a really bumpy road. But in that case, like, you gotta have some really strong latches on the doors. These shelves have been really great. You can hold your phones, keys, wallet, just all the little things that you have on you right before you're going to bed. We have some headlamps in here for reading right before bed. Another pro of the cabin area is the airflow. We got the vent up here, and then with both the doors open, you can get really good cross ventilation in. It gets a little chilly at night, but as long as you're bundled up, it's nice and cozy in here. Get that bee. So in the back galley kitchen, there aren't as many pros and cons back here. One thing would be, I just put in one of the springs just to see how it would handle rather than having 2. Definitely need 2. One thing with the galley spring props is you have to reach back to break the spring. So if you don't have super long arms, it might be a little bit more of a problem. And also the door's a little bit heavy, and you have to kind of hold it to pull it down. Hold the weight of it to pull it down. If you had like gas struts up here, then the struts are going to be doing all the lifting, and it'd be a little bit easier of a process opening and closing the doors. These are just a little bit more foolproof, and they're not going to fail like a gas strut might, but that's just a little bit weighing the pros and cons of each individual system rather than these being the con and the strut being the pro. So it's been a bit of a reoccurring theme. I've seen that I've designed this trailer for a tall person. I designed it with me in mind, and I don't have any trouble reaching up here, but I can definitely see that if you don't have the wingspan, you're not going to be able to reach up there, and that could be a bit of an issue. The next con of the kitchen area would probably be storage. We're kind of coming up on the end of our trip, so we're leaning out a little bit on our food storage. But you can see it's still a little bit full, so when we were in the heart of the trip, we're struggling to find places to put things. For one person, food-wise, this is plenty of storage, but 2 people, once again, you're kind of cramming the limits of this size of the trailer. You can make it work, though. So the center cabinet door is nice for holding any like pots and pans and stuff that you don't want flying around. And then you got the open storage. It's basically just the mirror image of the inside, where the open storage is where the closed cabinets are, and then the closed cabinet is where the open storage is on the inside. Another thing we were thinking about adding is just like some sort of battery powered lighting. We don't want to like run an entire electrical system just to have a light in the galley door. But you know, if we just slapped a nice battery powered light right here, it'd be a good way to light up the kitchen. We've just been using flashlights kind of shined up onto the galley door to light it up, and it lights it up nicely. But you know, just to not waste that counter space with the flashlight, you can just, you know, put a light up here. Camp Chef has been great. It's running off butane. It's not really part of the trailer, but you know. So that's pretty much it for back here. Other than just like not being able to reach up at the upper counter space, and you know, a little bit of the lack of storage, the lighting issue, everything's been pretty great with it. You know, the counter's really spacious for the size of the trailer that it is, and the stainless steel is easy to clean off. You know, just wipe it down when you're done. Super straightforward kitchen area, and we've been really liking it. So in conclusion, we feel like there's an opportunity to push the design of the trailer a bit further. So I've started to brainstorm ideas, both big and small, on how to move forward with the design. I want to take these ideas and make a video series, a sort of design build project, with the end goal being a version 2 travel trailer. We're just now getting into the design, so we're definitely open to suggestions. If you have the time, you can help us by filling out our prototype recommendation form on our website, or just leave a comment below. Thanks for watching.